Does God care about a family? It is heartbreaking to know that since the middle of the 20th century, marriages in many nations are becoming less common. Youths marry later, cohabiting is popular, and many are involved in single parenthood. In this video, I will tell you 20 cogent views of God about marriage. 1. God created the family unit. The family was the first institution God established. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, God instructed Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. This shows that family is foundational to His design. 2. Marriage is reflection of God's love. The love shared within families reflects God's unconditional love for His children. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, compares a husband's love for his wife to Christ's love for the church. 3. Family is a training ground for faith. Family is where faith is nurtured. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." 4. Family is the source of spiritual heritage. Through families, faith is passed down. Paul writes to Timothy in 2nd letter to Timothy chapter 1, verse 5, about the sincere faith of his grandmother Lois and his mother Eunice. 5. Marriage is a place of unity. Psalm 133, verse 1 declares, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." God designed the importance of family to sustain unity on earth. 6. Importance of family is its support system. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 and 10 emphasizes the strength in companionship. 2 are better than 1. If either of them falls, one can help the other up. 7. Family is a model of forgiveness. Families are where we learn forgiveness, as God forgives us. Colossians chapter 3, verse 13 instructs, "Forgive as the Lord forgave you." 8. God's command to honor parents. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12 says, "Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you." This commandment highlights the importance of familial respect. 9. Family is place for discipleship. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6 and 7 encourages families to teach God's word. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home. 10. Family is a source of blessing. Families are often channels through which God blesses individuals. Psalm 128, verse 3 and 4 beautifully describes the blessings of family life. 11. It is a symbol of God's kingdom. The family structure mirrors God's kingdom, with roles that reflect His divine order. 12. Christian family is a safe haven. Families provide shelter and protection, demonstrating God's care. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 26 says, "Whoever fears the Lord has a secure fortress, and for their children it will be a refuge." 13. Family serves as context for covenant. God's promises often involve families, as seen in His covenant with Abraham in Genesis chapter 17, verse 7. 14. Marriage is a testimony to the world. Strong families are a testimony of God's grace. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 encourages us to let our light shine before others. 15. It is a reminder of eternal family. Families remind us of our ultimate home with God. As Jesus says in John chapter 14, verse 2, "My Father's house has many rooms." 16. Family is source of joy. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 6 says, "Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children." Families are a source of joy and pride. 17. Family is an example of service. Families teach selflessness and service, echoing Christ's servant heart. 18. A place for prayer. Families gather to seek God together at the family altar, as Jesus assures in Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." 19. Family is a reminder of God's fatherhood. Earthly families help us understand God as our loving Father, as described in Romans chapter 8, verse 15. 20. Family is a legacy of faith. Psalm 145 verse 4 declares, "One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts." Families are stewards of God's legacy. Through these 20 divine values, you see that family is not just a social construct but a divine gift, deeply rooted in God's purpose. May you strive to honor and strengthen your families as God intended.